what? It's a little different being here right now because we were in New York last week. We were at a huge theater in New York, and I'll be honest, coming out here, it kind of sucks a little bit. We had a great time. You know, you spend a week in Brooklyn, it just gets in your veins, right, Garrett? This morning, instead of taking a shower, I just opened the fire hydrant and played in it for a while. I'm just as clean. It was a fun trip, and only 10 people on our staff got COVID, so not bad at all. I had to leave some of them behind. By the way, this is the first time our audience, our studio audience here in LA hasn't been required to wear masks in 2.5 years. Nice. Looking around, I feel like 2 of you opted to wear masks. Interesting. I never thought I'd say this. It's good to see your nostrils. It really is. Now I guess I have to make you laugh, though. You know, this was funny. My son, Billy, who was 5 years old, last night I'm putting him to bed, and he asks me, is a wiener dog a long dog? And I said, yeah, they have a long body. And he goes, so are his farts long? Right? It's a good question. Wow. Then he followed that up with, do leprechauns have a boss? I think I might have a stoner on my hands. Tomorrow, midnight tonight, actually, Maggie Haberman's book about Donald Trump comes out. It's called Confidence Man, which is the formal way of saying con man. Don't tell Trump. He did 3 interviews for the book, which he's already calling fake news. This is what he does. For almost every one of these books, these tell-all books, he sits for an interview, then the book comes out, and then he calls the author a liar. And then the same author writes their next book about him. He sits for an interview again and calls them a liar again. But he loves the attention so much he can't resist doing the interview. So remember a couple years ago, after typhoid, Donnie was discharged from the hospital for COVID, when he had COVID. He said he wanted to open up his shirt like Clark Kent to reveal the Superman as. Well, according to Haberman's book, he didn't just mean that figuratively. While he was in the hospital, he sent an aide, a guy named Max Miller, to the store to buy a Superman shirt for him. Unfortunately, they couldn't find underoos in a size XXL, which is a shame. I mean, can you imagine him coming out of that hospital squeezed into the like Cal El Pollo Loco or something? According to Haberman, the plan was Trump would be wheeled out of Walter Reed Hospital in a chair, and once outdoors, he would dramatically stand up, open his button-down dress shirt to reveal a Superman logo. Listen, the only thing Trump does faster than a speeding bullet is have sex. We know that from Stormy Daniels. And another detail coming out of this book illustrates how uncooperative his team was during what was supposed to be the transition to the Biden administration. Members of Trump's staff printed out pictures of Hunter Biden and stuffed them in the White House air conditioning unit, which was especially weird because that's where Melania was hiding at the time. Even the high-ranking members of Trump's staff were unhelpful. When Biden's incoming chief of staff, this guy Ron Klain, asked his predecessor, Mark Meadows, to start giving the new president daily intelligence briefings, which is what they do, Meadows asked how many days a week Biden wanted the daily intelligence, proving once again that Trump only hires the best people. His MAGA-sty made a rally stop in Warren, Michigan over the weekend, where for a 2/3 capacity crowd, he once again painted a Norman Rockwell-esque portrait of this country he loves so much.
We are a nation where large packs of criminals and thieves are allowed to go into stores and openly rob them, beat up the help, and kill people. They will kill people, and they kill them at will, if necessary, and even if not necessary.
What?
And there is no retribution. We are a nation whose once revered airports are a dirty, crowded mess where you sit and wait for hours and then are notified that the plane won't leave, and they have no idea when they will.
This is a man who hasn't been to an airport, a public airport, in probably his whole life. I mean, seriously, he has no idea what goes on in it. Donald Trump thinks a Cinnabon is where Jewish people go on Yom Kippur to pray. But Trump wasn't he wasn't the only big celebrity on the bill Saturday night. All the big stars from Trumpsylvania came out.
Mike Lindell.
struck me like a more of a candle in the wind kind of guy, but we should try to check in with Mike this week. I miss him. You know, one thing about Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, is say what you want about him. He's got charisma, which is something another of Trump's loyal supplicants, the talking can of tuna known as Ted Cruz, lacks. Cancun Ted is hitting the campaign trail on a 17-state Take Back America bus tour. What exactly he's taking America back from, only Ted Cruz knows. But what he wants you to know is that despite his appearance, he is all man.
So we're on the first day of our bus tour. Started in Tomball, Texas. We're driving down to the Rio Grande Valley. There's no better way to start it than right here at Buc-ee's. We're set with emergency provisions for the road. Onward to Take Back America. Oh. Almost forgot the beaver nuggets.
That's right. Beaver nuggets, by the way, is what Ted's wife calls his testicles. And what a video. What a totally regular and not at all pretending to be an average Joe dude he is. Let me just stop by the Buc-ee's for some beer and beaver nuggets and wash it all down with a healthy helping of stepmom porn. That's, if he wasn't so horrible, I'd feel sorry for him. You know no one wanted to go on that bus with him, right? Everyone on his staff suddenly tested positive for COVID. You know, I've been hosting the show for a long time, and there's a lot I'm proud of over the last 2 decades, but there's one dream that I've never really been able to realize, and that is to become a fashion icon. You know, Johnny Carson had his own line of menswear suits. Regis had his own Regis brand ties. You remember that, Guillermo.
Yeah,
you wore those ties.
Yeah, I do, long time ago,
you.
yeah.
All I have is some dumb T-shirts and hats outside. So with my legacy in mind, like the sea snake on Game of Thrones, I set up a meeting with one of the top fashion brands in the world to hopefully, finally, make my mark. Should we sit right here?
That'll be great. If you could just take a seat right here.
Wonderful. Thank you for having us. This is very exciting.
No, my pleasure. I'm excited.
You're the CEO of the company.
I'm the CEO. It's a great job.
First of all, thank you for, I mean, I guess I'm the first celebrity ever design his own pair of Crocs, so that's exciting, and it's
Well, Jimmy, we're
historic.
happy to have you here, and happy to have you do that, but not exactly the first.
I'm not the first?
Who was the first?
Well, let me show you some.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a artist, a musician. This is Bad Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny. I know Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
He is a huge Crocs fan.
Now, this one is Diplo, I see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, the mushrooms. Wow, so you guys are edgy. You'll
We try.
You know. Look at that. Feel those mushrooms. What does that remind you of? So what you're saying is I'm not the first one.
You could be the best, though.
That's
Exactly, good.
our
That's
goal. I like the way you
Good
think.
point.
I understand why you're CEO. So we've drawn up some ideas.
Okay.
And I feel like the best way to go is to let you decide because you know your product, you know what sells.
Yeah.
All right.
Generally.
First off, tell me if any of this has been done before. Pop Crocs. You know those little bubble wrap
Yeah.
you get in the thing?
So you can press them.
You can press them,
Yeah.
you
They go
pop
pop.
them, and then I guess then they'll be deflated.
Then they'll be deflated.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now these are Crocs. I wanted something to represent me that look just like my own feet.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I like that.
This is Croctopus. It's like a tentacles, like an octopus, 4 on each side.
And who's your target customer?
Greek fisherman. I don't know.
Good. I like.
These are rattlesnake Crocs, which go up to actually well past your testicles.
Yes. That's a good.
Okay.
That's
you
good.
like that?
I like that.
Chia Crocs. You know the chia pet?
I know that well.
Chia?
Yeah. So you have to grow them before you wear them?
Well, no, you could grow them as you wear them. You water them, you know, maybe just go out in the rain or on the lawn. Gets a little wet, and before you know it, you got some Crocs.
Love it.
I think this is a good
That's
one.
pretty creative.
Crocker Spaniels.
Yeah.
When animals
I think-
pass away, you repurpose them. No. Okay.
A little morbid. Okay.
Now these are a little more me, J Crocs. See, because they have the letter J on them, and
That looks like a swoosh.
people would think of.
Yeah, I think we'd have a problem with our friends in Beaverton on that one.
What do you mean?
That looks like a swoosh.
Well, no, that's a J. That's the letter J.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No? Okay.
We could try.
All right. And finally, something that's very, very dear to me, pizza. Pizza Crocs.
Pizza Crocs.
We've done some food stuff.
We've done a lot of food stuff. Food is very popular.
My friend Chris Bianco, this is his pizza, and we've put it on the Crocs.
Yeah.
And then you can see you got a little Jimmy head, you got a little Guillermo head, and you can have all the different toppings.
Yeah, we could have pepperoni and mushroom.
What do you call the things? The little...
Gibbets.
Gibbets,
Yeah,
right.
gibbets.
Yeah, gibbets all over the place, whatever topping people
Yeah,
want.
and we sell those separately, so somebody could buy the base and then add what they wanted.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a fantastic idea. Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
I want to do this for charity. I want
Okay.
to sell these. I want to really make them. This is not just
Do you have a
something-
charity in mind?
I do. Children's Hospital.
Awesome.
But I also want to make a shoe that people really like. I don't want to be just a charity case. I want to make a shoe that people love.
That's the way to think about it. What does everybody love?
Food.
Food.
Well, pizza.
Pizza.
You eating pizza?
Pizza.
Everybody does love
Everybody
pizza.
loves
Yeah,
pizza.
that's my favorite food, pizza.
Maybe we'll put some designs together, we'll mock some up, we'll run them by you, see if you like it.
Is there any way to make these shoes actually edible?
That will be hard,
Okay. All right.
but we could think about it.
Okay. You get your Crocs geniuses on this. And
I will.
We'll make a shoe.
That sounds awesome.
Thank you, Andrew.
Let's make a deal.
And so they fired up the factory. They got the resin pumping. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to kick off this Croctober with the very exclusive, limited edition Jimmy Kimmel Pizza Crocs. Look at them. Wow. They're fashionable, they're functional, and they're going to help raise money for Children's Hospital, a very great cause. What do you think, Guillermo? I think they look great.
They're nice and comfortable.
They're available now at crocs.com if you want to order a pair for yourself. And hey, we got a good show tonight. Eliza Schlesinger is here. We have music from Knob with Don Tolliver. And we'll be right back with Charlie Hunnam, so stick around.